Hi, so I am in my hotel room. I just landed in Auckland yesterday. I've been traveling for 35 hours, so I was pretty tired. Went to sleep at like 6 p.m., I think, something like this. And I just woke up. It's actually 7 a.m., so it's not that late, it's not that early either. So let's see if I can be good at this jet lag thing. But no pressure, I have nothing special planned. Making some coffee. Today I'll try to do some administrative stuff. So I'm allowed to work in the country, to have my business. I need to open a bank account, things like this. And once all of that is done, I can discover the city a bit. Because I don't plan to stay here in Auckland. I'd like to go somewhere maybe a bit smaller, close to some nice beach and all. So yeah, that's the plan for next week, to discover Auckland and its surrounding a little bit. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I just moved to New Zealand and I will be living here for the next 12 months. Since almost 10 years now, I've been living in different countries, and for me that's what traveling looks like. Moving to a new country allows me to fully discover the country. Not just the different locations, different places, but also the people and the overall vibe in one country. And that's something that is very important for me personally, but also in my photography work. So far, I've never really been vlogging my life in the country I've lived. And for reference, I lived in Australia, I lived in Portugal, I lived in Poland, I have lived in Vietnam, and I also lived in France, of course, as this is where I am from, and now I live in New Zealand. And this time I would like to bring you with me to show you how it is to live here in New Zealand, what I do, how is life, how is work as well. So I arrived in Auckland a week ago, and I'm not really a big city person, but first of all, the flight tickets were much cheaper to arrive in Auckland. So that's one of the reasons why I decided to come here at first. And then second reason is that I have a few administrative stuff to do, and I thought it would be much easier to do that in a big city. So as I said, I've been here for 7 days. I've been able to open a bank account. I've been able to get my IRD, which is a number that allows you to work here in New Zealand. I got a SIM card as well, so I'm able to have internet data to work and just to visit as well. And of course, I've been visiting Auckland a little bit. So I went to the well-known Sky Tower, and honestly it's nice to see bird view of Auckland, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend it to everyone. And I don't think I would even go back there because it's nice, but also not 100% necessary, I think. So yeah, mixed feeling about this experience. It costed me 25 euros. So yeah, not too sure it was super necessary, but now that it's done, it's done. If you plan to do it, well, if you like to see like kind of drone view of a city, is cool. But if you are not a big fan of this kind of activity, I would not recommend it at all. And even though it seems like it's a must-do on every website, I wouldn't place this as a must-do. I've also been going out to shoot at night already because, of course, because I know that I'm going to leave Auckland. I also wanted to have a few photos from the city, and I also been working with a brand which is kind of a secret now, so I won't say anything else, but that involved going to shoot at night in the city to do some street photography. You'll know more about this soon because I will post about this on this channel. But yeah, seeing the CBD at night was actually pretty nice. I liked the vibe. It felt kind of safe to be there, even with my camera and the tripod and everything. I didn't feel unsafe, so that's also a good thing for me. What else did I do? I took the ferry to go to Devonport, and I really love the fact that in Auckland taking the ferry is kind of taking the bus, so you can just take the ferry to go in another suburb of Auckland, and I found this super cool. I think in Devonport you get one of the best view on the CBD. When you go up on Mount Victoria, it's like maybe 10-minute walk and you are on the mount. It's really nice and there were not much people, so yeah, I would definitely recommend it. I also got the chance to go on a beach, which seems like it was private beach because it was only me on the beach, so that was weekdays, so I'm guessing that's also the reason why there were not much people. I'm not too sure, but I think summer holidays are over, so probably the reason as well. And then I went back to my accommodation and I went to sleep because there is actually a 12 hours difference between Europe and New Zealand, and the jet lag has been a bit hard to handle on the first few days. I was basically up very early in the morning. I could do a few things for a few hours, but then in the afternoon I was completely useless, which was a bit frustrating on the first days because I had quite a lot of work to do. But well, I needed to accept that jet lag doesn't disappear just one day. And now I've been here for 7 days, as I said, and I'm completely back to normal, so I've been able to catch up on some work, record a few students' feedback and get ready for the next boot camp that is coming in a few weeks. So I feel much better now that I've been able to work on that. So what else did I do? I actually went to Waiheke Island, which have been recommended to me by a lot of people. It's an island that is known for its vineyards, from what I understood, but it's also an island where people live there all year round, so it's not only a touristy attraction. And what is also good is that because people actually live on the island, there are some bus transportation, so if you don't have your own transportation, or if you don't want to take the bus, the tourist bus, you can totally do your own thing with the local bus. So I've been walking around a bit now because I didn't have my own transportation. As I said, I couldn't go everywhere on the island, but still the small part I've been able to see was really nice. There are some beaches that are very beautiful. I was quite surprised that the water was actually pretty warm, so nice surprise. And I also found nice restaurants in the middle of nowhere, which is something I really love. I don't know why it's not a thing in France, even though we are the country of wine, and food in general is not something very common to find a big restaurant where you can just eat outside. So yeah, I found that there in Waiheke, and that was really nice. And by the way, I've tried a local wine because it's the specialty there, and I actually found it pretty good. There was a rosé from Waiheke, and yeah, very nice. I was surprised in a good way. So highly recommend Waiheke if you ever plan to visit Auckland. I also visited other suburbs around Auckland. I don't know if it's around, I think it's part of Auckland totally. I visited Parnell and Ponsonby, I'm not too sure how to pronounce it. Parnell, I found it very nice. Now I visited it the first day I arrived in Auckland, and I was just super tired, so I liked it, but I didn't do much there. While Ponsonby, I went there yesterday and I really loved it. I think it's my favorite suburb here in Auckland. A lot of nice cafe, restaurant, but also quiet area with parks. A lot of little beaches where there were only me once again, and very quiet. I also took the heritage walk to walk from Ponsonby to the city center, which is kind of a nice walk where along the walk they show you how this path looked like a few years ago. So that's interesting. Now unfortunately there is kind of a highway in between the wharf and the city center, so it doesn't look so nice anymore. But this heritage walks allows you to don't walk on the road and more on a like private walking path, which is, I think, kind of nice. So yeah, I think that if I had to come back to Auckland, I would definitely take an accommodation in this suburb, Ponsonby. Initially, I thought that was maybe better to stay in the CBD, so that's why I stayed in the CBD. And I don't regret totally because I was close to everything. But if I had to come back or even advise someone to visit Auckland, I would highly recommend to stay in Ponsonby. And yeah. So, because yes, I am leaving Auckland, as I never really attended to stay in Auckland on the long term or even for a few months. I prefer much smaller cities, so that's why I'm moving somewhere else. If you know New Zealand, I'll let you guess in the comments where I'm going, and if you don't know, well, stay tuned for the next vlog because I'll be sharing with you where I'm moving and how it went to find a house and start a life in a new city. So yeah, see you in the next vlog. I hope you like this kind of vlogs. Let me know also in the comments, and see you in the next one.